Nistuff.
Hey, so He-Man, right? He's a teen boy who is imbued with near limitless power, and his yin, or maybe his yang, yin. Which one's the bad one? Is there a bad one, or is it just balance? Anyway, his opposite is a skeleton man. A man imbued with a melted face and the hatred to get revenge, right, for his face. I'm pretty sure that's right. That's pretty Skeletor's backstory, right? So Skeletor's pretty cool. He's been a lot of things over the years, right? In a lot of different forms of media. But one thing stays true. Two things. Skeleton face. Fuck. It's three things. Three things. Skeleton face, blue bod, and high-pitched villainous voice, right? That's it. That's all it takes to be Skeletor. So let's take a peek at all the Skeletors I got. Oh! Let's start with an easy one, right? Matty Collector, Lex Luthor, 2-pack Skeletor. He's pretty great. He's got a nice X chest, armor strap thing, yellow sword, ram staff. Pretty good. He's got those demon toes. They look so skeevy. Look at those things. Ooh. Blah. Oh, and I always thought this was weird, right? It looks like he's got gloves on, but he totally doesn't. That's skin. That's fucking skin, dude. That's like the result of how Matty Collector made their figures, you know? They made like uniform bodies that each had like many possible uses. It's like a good idea, but sometimes it produces gloved hands that are actually just skin, you know? Ew. Next, we got the newest version of Skeletor, right? The newest one that I have, at least. Amazing what a few years will do to a guy, huh? He's like perfect. He's amazing. It's made by Super 7, I believe. They took over after Matty Collector kind of collapsed in on itself. And wowee, look how good this guy looks, right? Like he just walked straight out of the screen. Animation colors, staff, everything. Let's have a quick compare, right? My golly. Both are good, but like this guy. Next, we'll shoot back to Matty Collector. We got future Skeletor. It's like Skeletor in space, right? But then I guess we're like all in space, always. So this one's got like nutso detail. My gosh, his hat comes off. And strangely, his chest buffness comes off. Like, I'm not going to do it, but it's so bad. Like, I'm terrified I'll never get it back on. Like, look, see? More proof of that, like, ever-changing body usage. Like, lots of pluses, but a few weird downsides, you know? He's got a big semi-soft rubbery cape. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of capes like this, but what are you going to do? Next, we'll look at Demon Skeletor, right? My knowledge starts to wane in this area. This is like the demon that possesses the man who would go on to become Skeletor, I think. Like Uncle Keldy's possessor. I have no idea, but I love it. Look at his gnarly-ass teeth. Oh my god! And his toes. Ugh! It's worse than the other guy's toes. Ugh! And his like almost nude bod, you know? Meowza. So that's all the figures I have in that scale, right? On to the retro-y toys. The retro-y looking ones. So this is Skeletor done up by Super 7 also. He's in that original like He-Man figures style, but it's like cartoon accurate. But it's like very cartoon accurate, right? And yeah, I also have Skeletor dressing up like the Mummy for Halloween. Hey, future editor Nistuff again. Mike Dye comes through once again, right? Pin Lord Supremo. He sent along some Skelly boys this time. One of which is this basic Skeletor. Check that out. He's got a ram staff. It's pretty awesome, right? Next up is the Power Up Claw Action version 1, right? Pretty sweet. I love the sparkly chest. Look at that. It's pretty good. And lastly, we have the Golden God version. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at the gold. It's so shiny. I like his little yellow face peeking out from amongst the gold. It's pretty funny. All right. Check him out on Instagram, Etsy. Give him a follow. Toss me a follow too. Buy a pin. And let's get back to the video. All right. Back to the video. Wah! Same basic sculpt, but like bandages all over him. I have no idea. Also, here's something else from Super 7, right? It's a figure of Skeletor. If He-Man figures were made in the 70s, you know what I'm saying? It's like that old alien Kennerish 5-point articulation style. It's fucking horrifying. Look at his head. Look at his spooky head. Oh my god. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, next we move on to the biggest one I have, right? The big boy, Skeletor. He's based off the original 80s sculpt, right? And here's how big he's supposed to be. Like, this mummy one is the real size, right? Look how big he is. Oh my god, it's nuts. Next up, Funko, right? We got a Funko. I think they're called pint-size heroes, but he's a Funko. He's got cartoon colors. It's pretty good. And he's got a widow staff. Oh my god, look at it. Little wham staff. Ooh. Stupid. Shooting over to loyal subjects for a second. We got a standard colors Skeletor, right? In a weird blind boxy style thing that they did for a little bit. These aren't good. These are so bad. They're floppy and they're horrible. And the paint is like chalky and easy to scuff. And I don't know. The limbs are all loose and spinny. They're blind bagged, so you never know what you're going to get, which means like Dupe City. Just buy them on eBay if you want a specific character. They're like $8. They're fucking garbage. I'm so sorry. I don't want to shit on anyone, but these are bad. Next. Popping back to like Matty Collector, we got like Chibi style Skeletor. He's so adorable. He's like a Muppet Babies version of Skeletor, you know? He's got like a big dumb grin and like a surprising amount of detail. Like, honestly, I love this one. It's a perfect blend of like Goofy and the original Motu Classics line, just blended together. Back to Super 7 again. Here we are, once again. How you doing? They did some Muscle Men style figures of He-Man characters. Here we have Skeletor raising his staff, his little ram staff to the sky, cursing He-Man's name, which is He-Man. What am I saying? From here on out, things get like a little weird, right? Okay, so Battle Tribes did a Skeletor themed deco for one of their figures. It's awesome. It's like so good. The colors are spot on. No ram staff. That's sad. But I think I'll manage, right? Next, we have a Mega Constructs. A little Mega Bloks, little version of Skeletor. He's got like an actual nicely articulated mini body. And he's got the ram staff, A+. And of course, with Mega Bloks, we can't have a Lego-styled thing far behind, right? So here it is. It's a KO, straight out of China. I mean, the hat doesn't even match. Look at this guy. Poor fucker. He's got a stick, but no ram. D+. Bouncing back to Mega Constructs, we have this thing. It's a thing they did for a while. I don't know, man. It's like they saw Funko Pops and were like, we could just build that. And lastly, we come to the strangest. It's a little rubbery eraser guy. I have no idea where this came from, but I've had it since I was like very little. Story of my fucking life, right? Anyway, that's all I got of Skeletor. Damn, look at all those body boys. All right.